Dear friends, good evening. Thank you for joining us to another Gnostic Lab of Practical Application. Tonight, we have a practice that is aligned to the lecture that we focused on Tuesday. This is the practice with the mantra FA.RA.ON, which is a practice to unfold consciously in our astral travel. For the sake of perspective, what we will do in the practice today is that we will relax the physical body, and after we relax the body, we're going to chant the mantra FA.RA.ON. And we're going to do this as a guided exercise. That way, you get a good feel for the experience and you can continue this exercise on your own. For the sake of today's practice, we will relax the body. I will help lull you to sleep, hopefully, to that point in which you are right there, in that perfect balance between the vigil state and the sleep state. And as we do this, we will continue chanting the mantra. We will encourage you to simply stand up and jump with the intent of flying, because that is as simple as that, what we must do to unfold consciously in our astral body. Now, some people ask the question, why would I like to do this? Why is it that I would need to unfold in my astral body? So let's put this in just a little perspective. Let's start by saying that the one thing that we all share, regardless of who we are, our race, color, where we live on the planet, we all share the common longing for the experience of happiness. We all yearn for that opportunity to go back into this paradise that has been mentioned in all of the great legends, in all of the world's sacred scriptures, and experience the true happiness of a world where nothing belongs to anyone, where we can simply coexist in harmony and equanimity. We have the opportunity of penetrating into these particular realms of creation. We have an opportunity to consciously leave the body behind and navigate within the airs of mystery with our soul, and do this consciously. Everybody unfolds in their astral body, but what happens today is that people unfold in their astral body unconsciously. Every time the physical body falls asleep, well, the vital body is responsible for restoring the function, restoring and recovering the physical body, bringing back and rebuilding what we have consumed and repairing what we have abused of the physical body during the day. But for the vital body to do that, it is necessary that the soul leaves the body behind. Every night when the physical body falls asleep, we consciously unfold in the astral body, but most people do not notice that because there is a habit of continuing to repeat in our dream state the same things that we do during the day. The soul leaves the physical body, but the soul is always able to come back. And the reason the soul can always return is because the body and the soul are both connected. In the Hindu tradition, this means of connection of the physical body and the soul is defined as the thread of Antakarana. And this particular thread is a silver thread that has the capacity to extend indefinitely, but that all along keeps the soul connected to the body. The moment the physical body awakes, the soul comes back into the physical body by virtue of the thread of Antakarana. In your dreams, as you are having some experiences in your dreams and you feel them in your physical body, it so happens because as the experience is being lived, the vibrations of that experience, the energetic vibrations of that experience, are transferred to the physical body through the thread of Antakarana, in the same way that a musical instrument will generate music when you pluck on the strings as you would on a violin or a guitar. So we are connected to the physical body. And regardless of what you may find on the internet, because there is plenty of incorrect information on the internet, there is no danger to unfolding in your astral body. And you know that there is no danger because you have been doing this every single night since the moment that you incarnated in your current physical body. So whether it's been 30 or 50 or 60 years that you have been roaming around, every single night of your existence, you have been unfolding in your astral body. So it's in our best interest to do this, but to do this consciously. Because then we are not just wasting the experience. Then we become so much more able to detect the symbols, to listen to the guidance of the innermost. And we can bring back those memories. And as we translate those memories, we can then integrate them into our daily life. And we can guide ourselves by what is known as the law of fate. It is called the law of fate because fate comes from an old ancient root word that means oracle. The law of fate is the combination of the superior principles of our spirit, of our innermost. And what the innermost will do to manifest the law of fate is that it will guide us and allow us to reach certain milestones of development in a way that is methodical, that is not accelerated or exaggerated. And these milestones take us to subsequent superior levels of being. The higher the level of being, the more awakened is the consciousness. When we are not bound to the law of fate, we lamentably fall into the scope of the law of accidents. And we have had plenty of experience, all of us, with the law of accidents. Accidents from, of course, the clear-cut ones where we inadvertently cut our hand or crash our vehicle, but also all of those accidents that tend to complicate and add difficulty to our days. Like when, for example, you say something and you mean it in one way, but it is interpreted in another one. And as you realize and acknowledge this, you say, that is not what I meant. So we are seeking to remain in harmony with our innermost. We are seeking to receive of His clear direction so that we can use it in this path of life that leads us to a revolution of consciousness. So this is why we need to unfold in our astral body. There are no dangers with unfolding, and it is always safe to return into the physical body. How do we do this practice? Simply, we lay on our back. What we will do is that we will relax our body, but we will bring the soles of our feet close to our hips in such a way that we can look exactly like the Shakmol. As we are resting comfortably on our back, we can have a comfortable pillow on our shoulders, our neck, and our head. And as we bring the soles of our feet close to our hips, our knees will naturally rise. In this posture, we just bring our hands and we rest them comfortably in the area of our solar plexus. Solar plexus is the area of the abdomen, and the solar plexus is exactly at 3 fingers below the navel. In this posture, as we relax our body, we start lulling ourselves to sleep. And it is critical that we lull ourselves to sleep, but that we maintain a perfect balance between the vigil state and the sleep state. When we do this, you will notice that there are some images that start showing up in the screen of your mind. These images are part of what is known as the initiating element. You will know exactly what is your individual and particular initiating element, because you will start noticing, as you consistently do the practice to unfold in your astral body, you will start noticing that this is an image that repeats itself frequently. As you start detecting this initiating element, this is the moment in which you just have to stand. If you are relaxing and you are watchful of that transition, but suddenly you start thinking, am I relaxed enough? Is this the right moment? Am I breathing correctly? Am I comfortable enough? Is my hand in the right position? Etc. That means that you have identified yourself with the physical body. The moment you do that, we have to start all over again, because we have broken that perfect balance between the vigil and the sleep state. Samael gives us a good antidote for this. And what he says is, instead of thinking of the physical body, identify yourself with being light as a feather. Identify yourself with feeling vaporous, that you can float in air. And as you do this, keep your consciousness, empower it so that it can detect that transition between the sleep state and the vigil state, and simply stand up. That is all that you have to do. Stand up and jump, but jump with the intent of flying. If you jump with the intent of jumping, evidently you will come back down. But jump with the intent of flying. And as you do this, guide yourself anywhere where you choose to in the world, and you will find yourself there. Specific for the practice with the mantra FA.RA.ON, Samael invites us to use of our objective imagination. Objective imagination is the same thing as clairvoyance. And he says, imagine yourself standing at the foot of the pyramids in Egypt. Just do that. Focus your objective imagination to seeing yourself right there before the pyramids. And what will happen is that if you miss your initiating element, by driving your objective imagination to this location, the moment that you unfold in your astral body, you will present yourself right there. And as you're there, look around and jump with the intent of flying, and you will find yourself levitating within the fifth dimension of nature. We will tell you, some students, as they have these first experiences, they notice that they are in the astral plane, and the excitement is such that they immediately come back to their physical body. If that happens, celebrate it. Celebrate it and use that experience to build that faith of clarity, because it adds to your experiential wisdom. But don't just leave it there. Rest your body once again. Chant the mantra FA.RA.ON in the posture of the Chakmol. Observe your transition, and all along, focus your objective imagination back by standing right at the foot of the pyramids. And you will return right then and there. The same way that many of you have had the opportunity to wake up and intelligently reconnect to the dream that you were previously experiencing. So this is what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do our practice with the mantra FA.RA.ON. And we will start by relaxing our physical body. So let's go ahead and let's close our eyes. I will invite you to rest comfortably on your back. Whether your mattress, the rug, the carpet, a good sofa, we leave that at your discretion. As we make ourselves ready to start this exercise, let's focus our attention in our physical body. Let's make ourselves aware of anything that may be creating discomfort. At this time of the day, maybe the watch feels too tight. It could be the shoes, the belt, maybe the earrings. Maybe that ponytail has been pulling for too long on your hair. So if there's anything that has been bringing some discomfort to the physical body, let's take care of that and eliminate that source of tension. Now that we have done that, let's start focusing on our breath. And let's take a deep breath in 1, 2. 1, 2. And as we start focusing on your breathing, allow your physical body to sink just a little deeper onto that surface every time that you exhale. With every exhalation, we allow the body to relax just a little more. And with every little more bit of relaxation, we just let our body sink just a little deeper onto that surface. Dear friends, this exercise is an exercise in consciousness. And at any moment, you are welcome to stop this exercise. This is something that you certainly control. And we are here just helping guide you so you can get the experience. And as you can get good at it, that you can replicate it comfortably and confidently on your own. So we take a deep breath in 1, 2. And let's make ourselves aware of our emotional state. Needless to say, we are all living challenging days. And it is likely that some of us get to this practice at the end of the day, after being bombarded with news, with images from the conflicts that are taking place throughout the world. Some of us may get to this practice feeling perhaps a little bit exasperated with the challenges at home, the challenges at work, the challenges that come with our families, perhaps with all of those things together. And on the other extreme, there may be some who arrive to this practice with a tremendous sense of joy, because they're still reminiscing on the small victories that they experienced during the day. Whether we find ourselves in one extreme or the other of the emotional spectrum, what is true that we understand, what is necessary that we comprehend, is that all these emotions are temporary. Our emotions come and go like the swing of a pendulum. And if today we find ourselves joyful and ecstatic, experience shows that later on we will feel the challenges of difficult times. And on the other hand, if today we feel like it has been a rough battle, then there is no need to feel defeated. There is no need to even contemplate the idea of just throwing in the towel and giving up. Because we know that if today we feel like this, well, later on, we will be also happy and celebrating. And all things pass. So whether we are sad, frustrated, indifferent, content, fearful, or ecstatic, what truly matters is that we can acknowledge our emotional state. Now use your objective imagination to see yourself disconnected from your emotions and standing at the center of a circle. The center of the circle is the circle of Tao. And everywhere you look, as you look to the front, you will see one extreme of some emotions, of some conditions. And as you look in the opposite direction, you will see the opposite. If on one side you see happiness, on the other side you may see sourness. If in one side you see victory, on the other one you may see defeat. If on one side you see struggles, on the other side you may see yourself successfully overcoming all the obstacles. And being at the center of the circle empowers you, because it gives you the ability to contemplate, not from the mind, but from the consciousness. And if at any moment you see yourself in a difficult circumstance, empower your consciousness to assume this posture at the center of the circle of Tao. If at any moment you feel ecstatic and happy, empower your consciousness and just the same see yourself at the center of the circle of Tao. And contemplate the circumstances like the director in a play who is observing everything that is happening on stage. Let's take another deep breath in. 1, 2. 1, 2. And let's bring our attention to the soles of our feet. Use your objective imagination to see that your body is populated by an infinite amount of little gnomes. And allow these little gnomes to walk out the soles of your feet one by one. As you bring your attention to your feet and you see these little gnomes walking out one by one, you immediately start feeling that sensation of relaxation that grows from your toes, your heels, your ankles, your shins, your calves, all the way up to your knees. Give yourself a moment and experience the gentle warmness, the sensation of softness that comes so effortlessly. We do not identify with this, but we experience it with gratitude and satisfaction. And empowering our consciousness to focus its attention at the soles of our feet, we continue observing these little gnomes walking out of our body one by one. And then from our knees, we start feeling that sensation of warmth growing upwards. And we feel it expanding in the underside of our legs, all the way up to our hips. The sensation of relaxation expands, and we can feel it expanding throughout our hips, in our glutes. And as we focus on the base of our spine, we can feel how slowly our thighs become inundated with this sensation of relaxation that continues to grow. As we allow those little gnomes to continue walking out of our body one by one, we focus the attention of our consciousness at the very base of our spine. And with that attention, we feel immediately that typical warmth that comes with that sense of relaxation. Let's allow our consciousness to continue moving upwards in our spine, one vertebra at a time. And as it does, we feel how that sensation of relaxation inundates our creative organs, our lower abdomen, our internal organs, we feel how it relaxes the muscles of our torso. It relaxes our stomach, our lungs, and it relaxes our heart. Bring the attention of your consciousness right there at the middle of your spine. That space that is slightly below your shoulder blades. And from there, empower your consciousness to continue moving, shifting its attention upwards, one vertebra at a time. And feel in your body that sensation of relaxation extending along your pectoral muscles, your shoulders. And from your shoulders, let that relaxation cascade onto your elbows, your wrists, your hands, and your fingers. Focus on the rhythm of your breathing. If it were possible, Allow your breathing to flow so effortlessly that it becomes completely undetectable. And as you do this, feel the sensation of warmth, the gentle vibration that inundates your physical body with this degree of relaxation. Be certain that this is a relaxation that you can invoke at any moment, today or in the upcoming days, by simply asking of your innermost to bring back into your body this very last state of relaxation. So let's empower our consciousness to focus its attention at the very base of our skull. At that space, at the base of the head, right in between our ears. And give yourself the opportunity to experience the warmth building with no effort. And allow that sensation of relaxation to expand throughout your scalp, upwards and sideways. And meanwhile, you relax the muscles of your jaw, your tongue, your lips, your eyes and your eyelids. You relax the muscles of your forehead. And you allow that relaxation to continue expanding until it finds itself at the very crown of your head. And at this moment, let's go ahead and chant the mantra of protection. This is the mantra Klim Krishnaya. While you keep your eyes closed and your body in a deep state of relaxation, use your faculty of clairvoyance, your objective imagination, and look upward, as you will be able to see the star as it manifests and surrounds you when we chant the mantra Krim Krishnaya Govindaya Kopihana Vaya Vaya Swaha. For the sake of practice, let's chant it again. Krim Krishnaya Govindaya Kopihana Vaya Vaya Swaha. Let's do that one more time. Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Kopihana Vaya Vaya Swaha. As you look up, you will be able to see a star that shines upon you. And this flaming star creates a protected environment where you can do your practice with minimal distraction from external thoughts, external emotions, effects that are happening in the environment immediately around you. FA.RA.ON tells us that the columns of tenebrous ones, that they run away at the presence of the manifestation of this flaming star. At this moment, we invoke our innermost, our Father who is in secret, by saying, Divine Father, Father of mine, you who are my true being, my eternal God, we are here humbly at your presence, asking of you and begging of you of your contribution. Let it be you, Divine Father, the dominating entity within our vehicles. Let it be you, the one who brings harmony to the 5 cylinders of our human machine. Allow us, Father, to unfold consciously in our astral body. And grant us your grace so that we may come back with memories from our experience. We ask of your guidance, and we ask of your illumination, all of this in your holy name. So be it. And maintaining this deep state of relaxation, lift your knees and allow your feet to rest comfortably close to your hips. Bring your hands and rest them comfortably on the area of your solar plexus. And maintaining this deep level of relaxation, you can verbally or mentally chant the mantra FA.RA.ON. Let us lead you. Om. Ra. On. Fa. On. Fa. Ra. On. Fa. Ra. On. Fa. Ra. On. Every time we sing the letter A, it brings out the vibration of the thymus gland and the chakras of the lungs, letting them vibrate in vibrant harmony. The letter R invites the vibration of the 7 main chakras along the spine. And the letter O invites the harmonious vibration of the chakra of the heart. Continue singing the mantra and see yourself standing on the sands of the desert before the majestic pyramids of Egypt. Fa. Ra. On. Fa. Ra. On. Fa. Ra. On. Fa. Ra. Very well. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in 1, 2. Gently, very gently wiggle your toes and your fingers. And open your eyes. Well, dear friends, this has been our practice with the mantra FA.RA.ON. As you do this practice, remember, look for that transition state between the visual state and the sleep state. Stand up and leap with the intent of floating. And just in case you fall asleep, focus your objective imagination on seeing yourself there, at the foot of the pyramids. Feel the sand, feel the stone, and you will be there. So, dear friends, this has been our practice for this week's Gnostic Lab of Practical Application. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and may all beings be happy. To everyone, have a good night.